Hello and welcome back to Deadly Sin Gaming. I am Sinrose, and today we're going to finish up this creeper farm. Oh yes. Well, at least we're gonna try. So, since the last episode, I've done a little bit of work, and I didn't want to do all of it off camera, even though I could easily have done so. It's been quite quick, actually. I have dug out more of this and filled in these corners here, as you can see, to kind of give this a sleek and slender look, so that way there's no extra falling in or falling out. So places that there were holes in the wall have now filled with stone, and it follows this. So if we great landing spot. Anyways, what I have done is I have finished this platform here. I built this out, filled this up, and then put these water sources in there, so that way this is all flowing water. So anything that falls here will make it to the center there. The other thing I have done is that, and this is what we're going to have to replicate everywhere. Let me do this, because I can't stand this water. Okay, perfect. So I have done this. So what this is that you have the iron trapdoors, so those can't be moved at all. Yeah, those can't be activated with the fist. This can, but nah, whatever. And normally you would put cobblestone wall where these glass pillars are, but because of a weird thing with the spawn mechanics of spiders, they now can spawn on top of cobblestone walls. So you now need these glass pillars, and to prevent spiders from spawning, and then also these iron trapdoors to prevent those spider spawns as well. Now, these are also non-spawnable for creepers, but we'd rather have just creepers and not spiders. And then these trapdoors here actually prevent zombie and skeleton spawning, because creepers are less than 2 blocks, and zombies and skeletons are 2 blocks to a little more than 2 blocks tall. Now they can fit through 2 block space, but they won't spawn in a less than 2 box space, if that makes sense. So this trapdoor makes this space between this block and the trapdoor less than 2 blocks, but allows enough spawning space for creepers to spawn, as well as spiders if we didn't have these glass pillars here. But because I have that quadruple cave spider spawner that I found in the that mine shaft, which is amazing find, I have no need for spiders in this farm here, and I'm going to make it solely creeper. Now, do I have... Okay, I do have firework rockets. I did make more because I was able to get some paper and used whatever gunpowder I had. So let me actually do this, grab a stack of those. Okay, perfect. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fill out each layer. So if I come... Oh, let me break this and then kind of... Come on. Come on. Why can't... There we go. Oh, jeez. I'm going to die. That... apparently I don't know how this elytra works. Yeah, you can hit it off a wall. So if I do it this way, so if I go... just wasting rockets. I can't figure out how to do this. What the crap? So if I stay here, right? Nope. How did I do it the last time? Was it lag? There we go. Okay. Get on this glass. I'm so bad at this. At least with the Elytra, because I'm not used to it at all. But anyways, to kind of show you how this farm is made, at the bottom row there is enough space between the water and the bottom of the slab to fit a creeper in. And then the bottom is a dispenser facing up, and then an observer facing into the bottom of the dispenser, and that goes all the way up. And the very top layer is a dropper instead of a dispenser. It could be a dispenser, but dropper is a little cheaper, so might as well just stick with a dropper. And then we'll have a repeater clock up there, which will activate the dropper, which will then activate the observer that's below that, which activates the dropper turning on and off this water. And with the activation of the dispenser will then cause a chain reaction all the way down, and then when the dropper activates again, it'll turn the water back on. So this is kind of the pattern we're going for. So you have your center block, 7 blocks out from there, and then it just fills like that in this pattern here. And the easiest way to figure out this pattern, which means you can kind of get a general idea of what it looks like from this, is on the corners here, trapdoor, trapdoor, and then 2 blocks, and then a trapdoor. And then that is the same thing over there, so trapdoor, trapdoor, 2 blocks, trapdoor, 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 2 blocks, trapdoor. And that goes around all 4 sides. And then for the glass blocks is 3 for each 3 trapdoors. So it's 6 different items that you would need to prevent spider spawns. So you'd have a glass block between the 2 blocks between that trapdoor and this trapdoor. So there's 2 slabs there, glass block there. 2 blocks from that glass block is this glass block. And then 1 glass block, 2 blocks in between these 2 trapdoors. And that is repeated over there. So between those two, and then 2 blocks from there. And then that's the same thing. That's 2 blocks from that one. And it goes in a circle, and you just repeat that pattern all the way up. So then to do the next platform, you just build your the next platform right at the layer of the dispenser. And you do that for as many layers as you want to go. You want to keep the farm within the bottom 3 subchunks, or 4 subchunks, sorry. So we have, this is the very lowest subchunk. This is subchunk 1, subchunk 2, subchunk 3, and you could go up higher. And if you do it within the 4, the maximum layers you really want, I believe, is 10 layers. So you put the topmost layer with the dropper at the top of the subchunk, and then 10 layers down every 2 blocks here. So you know this is half block, so it's 2.5 blocks, but yeah. And then at the bottom layer you have your coalescing pool, which collects all the mobs, and then you drop them. But because we want the maximum amount of spawns, the lower you are in the subchunks, the faster the farm is, because then the spawning algorithm doesn't have to look very high up for the next spawning platform. So it looks just right here, and then it kind of goes up to there, so it doesn't have to go up any more than these 2 subchunks is what I'm trying to stick to make this as fast as possible. So I'm going to finish up these platforms, and I will then show you guys how this all looks. And the only reason I put this water here right now is just because I didn't want anything spawning while I was doing other things. So I might have to cycle this. So do I have... Oh, I do have a lever. Perfect. So if I just do... Put a lever there. And that gets rid of that. Perfect. Okay, and then in my little... There, I got all these trapdoors, all these trapdoors. I'm probably going to need more dark oak, but I also have all these stone slabs. Alright. So, if I do this, I can hop up here. Kind of show you guys how you build this. Okay, so like that. And then come up here, break that. So the easiest way I've found is starting from the center, going out like so, and then skipping. Just place down all your slabs first, just so you're not swapping blocks all the time. But if you want to swap blocks, then that's completely okay. But this is just easier the way that I'm doing it here, at least for me. And we'll get all this stuff placed. So yeah, you're going to need a lot of slabs. And the reason I'm using slabs is just because the blocks go further. Seeing as it's for each one stone block, you get 2 blocks worth of space covered. So you're basically cutting the amount of block collection in half by using slabs. And these are obviously going to be top slabs, so they are spawnable. And like that. Okay, so that should be all of the slabs needing to be placed. And you come in, grab your trapdoors. There's 12 per layer. So you have this edge right there and right there. So it's like that, and then this block's glass block, 2 blocks in is a glass block, and then between those is a glass block. So that's 1/4 of each layer done with the trapdoors. So you come back over here, trapdoors, like so, glass block between those 2 blocks in, and glass block there. And then you just repeat this 4 times. Super, super simple. And that will prevent spiders from spawning. And it'll make this farm perfect for your... I just released the water again because I took the signal, the signal away. So that's this layer done, other than placing these blocks like so. As well as the layer below does need the trapdoors underneath, and you just place that in all the spots super simply. So let me actually do this. Do that. And okay, apparently that's not going to work. That's okay. So I'm just going to dig down here. Glass block goes there. And I need trapdoors. Trapdoors. Oak trapdoors. should be enough. And then super simply just kind of place these down. Like so. Make sure you don't forget where the trapdoors are, because it's very easy to forget, because like if you look like that, it's like, oh, that doesn't belong there. But it has a trapdoor, so I just kind of go around and do this layer by layer, like so. So yeah, I'm going to finish up these layers, and I will be back to show you guys the finished product. And also don't forget to put your water buckets in your dispensers, so that way you can actually wash the creepers off the platforms, because if you don't, then they're just kind of roam around doing nothing. So yeah, I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, so I have everything done except for this very top layer, and there's a good reason why. So if I flick this lever, whichever, that should, let me get into actually spectator mode here. There we go. So I can show you guys that this is what the farm should look like roughly. So you have your trapdoors and your glass blocks with water on every level, and this is how the farm is turned off. So as long as there's water on this platform, nothing will spawn. Now let me get back into survival here. Land right here. So the difference with this layer is that you want yeah. Do I have any more? I do have some more. Okay. I'm also going to need more trapdoors and some more slabs. But that's fine. You want this platform to be on this level here instead of a top slab. So that way it will be non-spawnable up here, and then when you want to do your clock for this, you just, put a slab there and then put your clock on top of the top slabs. So that's the big difference there. So I'm actually to turn this back off. Oh, I lost that slab. It's going to be in the it's going to be in the hoppers down below. So that's just so I can walk around here. So that's the one big difference there, is for this very top layer, you want your slabs to be a bottom slab as that. So I can show you kind of with the trapdoor, it won't affect it because it still allows this trapdoor to be placed here. It's just there's not a space between the trapdoor and the slab like there is on like a layer like that. So like this is going to show yeah, okay, I just lost my train of thought. So you won't have this gap here. And also the top layer, what you want it is to basically just seal up all the way to this next bit here. So I do have some glass blocks, okay. So if we go from this spot here and go to the wall, yeah, so instead of, what am I, oh, I'm hitting. So yeah, you want this to be completely sealed, and then I'm going to also take out these torches so that way there's no issues with spawns. But the reason you do that is so you don't A, fall in, and B, it keeps the inside of this dark so that way the creepers will spawn. So I'm going to finish up this top row, and then I will be back and we'll test it out and see how well we get stuff. Yeah. Alright, so I have finished that up, and it is completely dark underneath this platform, so I don't really want to go down there. But this is how the upper bit is supposed to look. If I do that, yeah, that's going to so the water so this should be non-spawnable. So then the next thing we want to do here is grab 24 repeaters, one comparator, some redstone dust, and a lever or a lever, you know, whichever. And you have your 24 repeaters going like so. And so that is what, 36? That's 24 exactly. Okay. And then you have a comparator going in like that on subtract mode, and these are all max ticks. So 4 ticks on all of these to increase the delay to the highest amount possible. Those sheep are going crazy, that's for sure. And then redstone dust goes there and there. And then that should work there. So if we do that, that'll turn that. Swap that. And that should work. Yep. And that reactivates the dropper. By powering this repeater, sends the signal into this dropper here. So if I go into spectator mode again, should not see any spawns, but at least we'll see the water filtering every so often. And the reason you're not seeing any spawns is because, you know, spectators don't actually account to the spawning of stuff. So I would need a second account to see that mobs are spawning. So all that's left to do is to hook this hopper up to a place where I go to collect everything. And it should work. I might even have to block light here. Well, there's not a spawn space here, so that should be fine. Should be fine. I don't know. But yeah, so that's working. Now we just have to let it run for a bit and should see that it's doing its thing. And then just to turn it off, flip the lever off and it will stop. And it's flipping it's flipping a trapdoor that's right under here, but that's okay. So if we should have, yeah, I should have those. Okay, so I can actually just do one of these. Oof. Come down here, grab my green shulker box, grab some hoppers, and I have some chests. I'm going to plunk chest. How do I want to do this? I could do it like this. This would be, I'm going to take this gold. You know, always thinking about the future, right? Ideally, I would want the gunpowder shot up, but for at least for right now, I just want to see if this works. So I do that, and that. Then I can... No, that's not how I want to do that. I need to carry an axe on me. This is ridiculous. So if I do hoppers along there, and then... Okay, yeah, I can do it this way then. For 2 chests, at least. It'd be nice to be able to have a rotating thing. So if we do that, then we can pluck those like that, and those like that. Get that hopper back, and then work around this bedrock, because, you know, life, and then everything should fly into these chests eventually. Stuff that I've dropped in here. Perfect. Alright, so this chest should fill up first, and then this chest later on, because, you know, it goes this way first, and then once this hopper's full, it'll filter into this hopper, going that way. So, if that's the case, grab my shulker box, and if we head up top, because this is Y5, and then that would mean we would need to be at least 128. So make a little platform up top. Let's see how that works. So I stand up here. This is going to be Y115. It's not exactly perfect for, you know, being the most optimal spawning, just because of, you know, your spawn range is 128 blocks from the radius. So, but this will do good enough for right now. I mean, there's the ground that I've cleared out of water that's all spawnable. I don't know exactly radius that stuff will spawn down there, but it'll be fine. And as we sit here and wait, I can kind of show you guys what my grand plan is. Turn off the chunk borders. So I have done, along with a lot of work on this creeper farm, I have kind of started to lay out a grid system. It's not exactly perfect. It doesn't have to be. But I'm going to... My goal between this episode and next is to clear out at least this half of the water. And then by the next episode and the episode after that, I'm going to focus on clearing this out. At least water. Because I'm tired of looking at all this water and kind of just lackadaisically removing it when I have time. It's not working for me. Because I really want to get started work on the Spire. I mean, the whole idea of this series is to build something fantastic with the Sunken Spire. And when we still have all this water and land in the area that we're supposed to be building in, it halts it significantly. And I realize that we're putting a lot of focus in on, you know, these different farms, with the villagers, which I have not done anything with. I mean, I have done things off camera and stuff with them by getting different enchantments and whatnot like that, but it hasn't been like a dramatic thing that I needed to do, because most of the time I was just using the skeleton farm and enchanting books, and yeah. And now at the end farm, which definitely was a much needed thing, especially going on from here onwards, so I don't burn through this pick, because I've had this pick since the beginning and I want to keep it as long as possible. I did have to replace this pick, but yeah, you know, and my sword and all my armor, except for my elytra. My elytra is still good. And I need to learn how to fly. If anybody has any tips and tricks on flying with the elytra, that'd be swell. But yeah, that's kind of what my future plans are here. Is I'm gonna need to collect a lot of sand and just fill up all this area with sand and clear out all the water. It's going to take a long while, but I have a little bit of time with Easter coming up that gonna put forth the effort and get all this water cleared out, and it'd be perfect. The spider farm is actually going to be over this way. So I've done a lot of thinking as well, and I'm just kind of rambling to kill some time while we wait for the creeper farm to work, and I hope it's working. I hope is the key thing here. So we have the tavern over there. We haven't done a whole lot with it, and I enjoyed building it, but it's just been sitting over there collecting dust at this point. It's probably going to be collecting dust for a long while until I clear out this and start building up the walls around here. But the idea is that this is going to be more of a trading area on this side. So like the ships and stuff come up to the wall and they dock over here, and then they enter the tavern, or they go down into the area that we're going to be having trading and stuff. And then over here is going to be more of housing stuff where the villagers are living and stuff like that, where the residents are. And over here is going to be more industrial stuff like that. I mean, just because we have the slime farm over there, we're going to have the spider farm over there. And then over here, I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. I might want to do an agricultural area. Have a big sugarcane farm that's automatic and is cut down by flying machines and stuff like that. So we'll make use of the slime blocks and stuff like that, which would be cool. We can get a bigger cactus farm, a nice kelp farm that'll work. And then the granddaddy of them all is going to be the spire here, which up here looks really nice. I really like it. Not too keen on the granite diorite, but I do enjoy this compass look here. I really like this design, and looking at with what I want to do, this might have to come up a little bit if I want to build it out a little ways. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, well, and then we'll build a giant mountain and stuff like that and see where that goes. So I'm going to AFK here for a good long while. I would say probably a half hour or so. And we'll see how many drops I get by then. I mean, we've already been talking for the last 6.5 minutes. So I only got about 25 minutes or so left. So I'll be back once that occurs. Alrighty guys, it's been about a half hour, and our spawns are probably pretty poopy by the looks of all of these mobs everywhere else. Yeah, I surrounded myself in a box of stone just in case any what's it phantoms decided to show up. So let's just check. Let's see if we even got anything. And if not, I'm gonna have to light up all that and do some more testing. Oh my god. I'm an idiot. I forgot to turn the farm on. Alright, so note to self, make sure you turn the farm on beforehand. Yeah, probably a good idea. Do I have any more of these? I do, okay. That way I can just get up and down from the fish farm. This place is getting really intricate, I must say. Well, I guess the good thing is that we got some sugarcane growing at that point. Oh. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to make up a bunch of torches, and I'm going to light up all that area because, yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. This will be great. This is one of my favorite things to do. Oh, I don't have any arrows on me. Normally it's one of my favorite things to do. If I had arrows. Arrows. Perfect. Okay. Look at all those zombies over there. If I could hit something. Oh, there goes a spider. And a creeper. And I hit that creeper. And goodbye, zombie. And that creeper. And that spider. And that skeleton. Oh, that despawned. A little further. A little to the other side. He has armor on. That zombie picked up a bone. Okay, I want to see if I can hit this bat. Dang it. No, so close. Right there. No. It's so hard to judge where they're going to move. That zombie has a sword. Got him. And some butter shoes. Oh, that's fantastic. No. Die. 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 Why is there zombies? Or zombie villagers? Oh no. And oop, almost. Almost. Oh my gosh. I got him! Oh, okay, I'm gonna light up this area and do another test. Okay, guys. This time, I know for a fact that all this is lit up. And that the farm is on. So, we're gonna go check it now. This time with better hope. See, it's still running. I don't hear any death. Oh, look, you can... Yeah! It's working. Alright, so somehow we got a zombie and a skeleton in there. But that's alright. I mean, for the little bit of time I was AFKing, you know... What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 stacks of gunpowder? That ain't bad. I mean, for each gunpowder's worth, what 3 rockets? So that's 30, 56 stacks of rockets? As long as I have the paper to couple that? That's really good. This is great. This is perfect for me. I don't need much more. And it also seems to be a giant bat farm. But I guess that's fine. But yeah, that's how this runs. This is perfect. I don't need any more than that. Let me eat up. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh. Let's turn this off and figure out why. Oh. figured out why. Yep, figured out why. So, you know how, watch. Just watch. I'll turn it back on. Yeah, see that opens up. So I'm going to have to do that. If I do that, is that going to reverse it? Wish there was a way. Oh, I know how to fix this. I know how to fix this. Okay. Turn that off. Break this. Break that block. Break that block. Right? Right? Bam. So now, put our lever back there, and that dust there. Perfect. We're not going to get many or any spawns at all right now because I'm too close. Perfect. Okay, that works. Works perfectly. Oh, well, we got to fix this side too because of this dust. But that's probably why we got those. Yeah. All right. So on these two here, I'm just gonna do that. So if you guys are gonna make this farm, make sure that under the redstone dust right here, and then the lever, make sure that those are just top slabs, not full blocks. Otherwise, you'll get skeletons and zombies and stuff spawning as well, because the trapdoors will open up, allowing spawning space to happen. But yeah, otherwise, this farm's great. I'm gonna light this up because I don't want any spawns in here. Oh wait, this is all non-spawnable. That's right. So that doesn't really matter. That's all right. But yeah, that's basically all I have for today. Hopefully next episode all that water will be gone, and then we can start clearing out all the land over there as well as the water on the other side. And then I need to collect a literal ton of stone. Yeah. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this episode and found it informative or anything in between, then please give this video a like. And if you're new to the channel, then consider subscribing and get more episodes like this that are informative as well as, you know, I don't know, a learning experience for you and me. Everything's always a learning experience. If you can't take at least one thing out of each day that you didn't know the day prior, then you really didn't do anything at all now, did you? You're just kind of repeating what you've done in the past. And that's kind of how I like to live my life. Learn one thing, or multiple things. Always keep learning. Anyways, have a great one. And as always, stay sincere. Bye!